as you can see, I've been busy with the paint. It's had, I think, 2 coats of primer and 2 coats of chassis paint. As you saw in the last video, completely stripped the axle down, changed the discs over and did all the hub seals and the stub seals. So it's time to fit the outer bearings. I'll grease these up and then I can rebuild the entire axle then. So you probably noticed I've just put a smear of grease around the stub. Slide it on. And what that grease is doing, it just helps just to slide the bearing on, just through the race. So now, I have been told by the local Land Rover specialist that these spacers in the middle are specific to the hubs. So I've kept these in order, so this is the near side one. So all I'm going to do, same again, just a slight smear of grease all the way around, just before fitting it into the centre. And then the outer bearing. And then the spacer, sorry, not the spacer, the washer. So you notice you can only put this on one way. There we go, and that's on. So we've got this new nut, that is the part number. So this is a 52mm nut. Just on. I can still turn that by hand. So just nip it slightly and just give the hub a little spin. So yeah, I'll top that up once it's fitted to the Land Rover. So these are one-piece half shafts from Britpart. They're a popular upgrade on the Pumas, and what it does, you've got your half shaft and the end cap all in one fitted. So it rules out the wear between the end drive flange and the half shaft. So it's a good idea really. I think it was fitted to Discoveries if memory serves me right. The original drive flanges that was on this axle when I bought the car was a bit worn. Now I'm not sure what brand they were, but they were heavy duty flanges. So every time you change gear, if you weren't steady with the clutch, you get an almighty bang from the back end, and all that bang is when the prop shaft's taking up drive through the diff, it's the movement in the shaft in the splines. So it was like a knocking effect. So I upgraded these and it was really good actually. It just transformed the drive really. I'll put these back in for now, just so it stops dust getting in the wheel bearing. Of course I've got to take them back out, just to torque that one up. That's the hubs on. It's now time to fit the brakes. So these are the new calipers. The old calipers were completely past it. They need all the pistons replacing, a complete refurbishment really. So I just bought these for now. They're not that expensive. none compared to most anyway. And I shall refurb the originals at a later date. I'll just quickly get these fitted and then I can put the brake pipes on. So I've made some more new brake pipes. If you want to have a look at how brake pipes are made, just have a look in my other videos. There's a complete how-to with copper brake pipes. So I'll just get these fitted on the axle now. I've still got all the old plastic clips that go in. They're made to the exact same shape as the old ones, or as the original ones that I removed. I'm now going to fit the brake pads. These are the ones I've opted for. These are the EBC Ultimax 2. Now, there is different types of brake pads you can buy from EBC. Most common one is red stuff and green stuff, but the Ultimax 2s, they're a bit in between. So they're more of an all-rounder, let's say. So I thought, fitting EBC discs, I might as well fit the Ultimax pads. So I'll just get the part number up for you. That is the part numbers. I've also got a brake fitting kit, now it's from the Bear Marsh number. Right, so when fitting brake pads, just make sure they fit nicely. These should do because they're brand new calipers. Yep, they fit in there nicely. Your old calipers just might need a little bit of a clean inside. And just put copper grease, a little bit of copper grease just on the contact points. So there and there. Inside as well. Oop, no one. There. And there. So you don't need a lot. A lot of people plaster them in copper grease. There's really no need. Just put a bit on the back, just where the piston goes. Same for the other side. So see on the back of the brake pad, it is literally a really thin smear. There's no need. If you put too much copper grease on, it can actually rot the seals of the calipers. So just a little bit. Right, so they go in there like that, just push them in a little bit. Your springs actually go in between the pads. Like that. And then there's two little split pins. Now this is the awkward part. And there we go. So as regarding the wheel bearings, I'll be doing a completely separate video. In fact, probably just one video showing how to actually adjust them and set them up. The spacer in the middle is actually, you can get, I think it's about 5 different size spacers. You've got to check the end float of the bearing so you know what spacer to get.
The procedure is, I think it's 30 Newton meters. Spin it, spin the hub a few times, and then torque up to 210 Newton meters. But you need the correct spacer in, so I'll be doing a completely separate video on that, as I can't really torque the axle up to 210 Newton meters with it just perched here. So that'll be another video to look out for when the axle's actually fitted back on the Land Rover. This axle is now complete and ready to be fitted onto the Land Rover. The only thing I've got to do when I do fit it is obviously torque those hub nuts up, fill the diff full of oil and bleed the brakes. The next job now is to rub the chassis down on the Land Rover, and now that's weather permitting. So every time I've gone to rub it down, it started raining or the wind's picked up or there's something that's stopped me. So I've put the axle first. So that's another job out of the way then. Don't forget to subscribe. There's a lot more content coming with the Defender now, and hopefully it will be back on the road soon. I'll see you in the next one.